What do you do if you have an incision that is two different lengths? I'm going to use the same visuals as I did last time. This, you may get this when you're doing a breast reduction. Frequently you get it on a tummy tuck because you've narrowed the tummy, but you still have the same amount of skin to bring down. And sometimes if you're doing an abdomen on an older person and they've already been in there before and you're going in over a scar again, then sometimes you're going to find that you have excess tissue. So how to handle that is by doing what I call dividing and conquering. So you can see these are two different lengths. So you would take the middle of this and the middle of this side. And how do you find out what the middle is? Well, you can stretch them and see where they lie. You stretch the edges of the incision and then it will lie the best way it can. You can't always, sometimes you just have so much skin you can't fit it all in, but this is the best way to even it out as evenly as you can. So you would take half of this one there and then half of this one here, and you take a stitch there. Now you divide and conquer what you have left. You take half of this one here, and then this one where you've taken the stitch, you take half of this one, so that would be like here. And then you do the same thing on this side. And then you keep doing that. You keep dividing and conquering between the two to ease it in as easily as you can until you're comfortable that you can just go ahead and finish your regular stitching and be able to ease it in. But this works really well. The skin's really flexible, so it really responds well, and you can get most of them to come together pretty well. Once in a while it's just too much, and then you do the best you can. But stretching that skin at the beginning on the corners, on both corners, to see how it lays, and then taking the middle of one and the middle of the other, and then just keep doing that will be the way to do it. For those of you who are visual learners, here's a little graph that will show you. So you just want to take, in A we see the whole stitch. You're going to take the big stitches, start in the middle, and then the two on the lateral of C, each one on each side is taking half and half of what you have left. And that's what I was trying to explain to you by showing it to you, but this might be easier to see and understand. The black obviously is the stitches and the red is the incision edge. And then B is when you're doing your running subcuticular. So you've gotten the deep dermals to match as nicely as you can. And now you're going to do the running subcuticular. And you're kind of going to use the same principle. On the longer side, you're going to take longer stitches. And on the shorter side, you're going to take shorter stitches. And that will ease it in as well as you can. And it really does a really nice job generally. The caution on this one that I would like you to see in B, if you look at the corners of each one, you want to keep those stitches small before starting to make the adjustment. You just want to keep them both small in the corner, because if you make a big stitch in the corner, a big bite, then you're going to get puckering. So you don't ever want to take big stitches in the corner. Take small stitches till you're about 2 millimeters to 2 to 3 millimeters away from the corner of the incision, and then you can start taking your bigger bites. And then you can see in B, the bites are bigger for the rest of the way to try to ease both sides in. And that works really well, and you should be able to have a nice result when you're finished. If you like what you're seeing here, there's more coming, and you can always check my YouTube channel at First Assisting Techniques and Tricks.